And now, slightly later than scheduled, let's go live to Studio G as we ask you, the viewer at home, to guess the male nipple.
It's Guess the Male Nipple with your host, Jack Little.
Thank you, Jed Bloodsport, and welcome to this, the grand season grand finale of Guess the Male Nipple, the quiz show that broke Twitch, where we show you a nipple and you tell us who it belongs to. But before we get all to that, let's meet tonight's players. It is indeed, it's chat. It's chat. Now, chat. I had a thing, didn't I? Oh, that's, you know, when you think of something and you think, all right, I'll use that tonight, and then you just forget about it. Yeah, it's a really good one as well. Anyway, I understand, chat, that you've got something, a rather amusing story about something that happened to you when you were watching somebody stream. So if you could just let us know what that story was. It was the story that you told our researchers. I should write things down in general, really, Cyprus. So, something embarrassing that happened to you while you were watching somebody else's stream. Freddie Dingo soiled himself whilst watching somebody's stream. Nicky Dangerous fell on I think we'd say slipped on a banana while watching Amaranth. Lovely. I cannot recount that on stream. Much goes with Robin. Osric says, I was watching the streamer called Jack Little, and so it was them that had this Jack Little person had a nipple slip. I caught myself liking Jack Little's streams. There's no such thing as a guilty pleasure, Matty. It's either pleasurable or it isn't. Well, there is such a thing as a guilty pleasure, I suppose, but it's not the sort of thing we can talk about in polite society. Was it furry? Was it furry indeed? Well, if you are new to this show, where have you been? It's season 1, episode 26. It's the grand finale. But what is about to happen is I am going to make a nipple appear in this little frame, and all you have to do is tell us who it belongs to. If you get it now, before the nipple is on screen, then, oh yeah, Nicky Dangerous, say Scarlett Johansson to me after this show. If you get it now, you win yourself 3 house points. 3 house points. Bob Hoskins, Brian Blessed, Graham Norton, Gary Olven, Dick Cheney, William Shatner. Plankton writes, while watching Jack Little, I started worrying I was about to be fired from my job at the crab farm, but in the end they just moved me sideways. That is embarrassing, but I'm glad it came out okay in the end. George Sakai, Kurt Russell, Julia Louis-Dreyfus again. We say this every week. It's a male celebrity. Hulk Hogan, Chevy Chase, Hulk Hogan. Why does that happen? It's weird, isn't it? It's not a criticism. It's spooky. Slither. Michael Jordan. No. Is it Seth Rogen? No. Is it Jeremy Beadle? No. It's none of those. I'm going to bring it on now with the... Oh, no. I'm just showing the frame again, which is already there. Seth MacFarlane. It's not. So there's the nipple. I'll unbiggen it for you. There's the nipple. Could be anyone. Rotterdam, Liverpool, Rome, anyone. Guess it's coming in thick. Tom Hanks, Phil Nye, Russell Crowe, Uncle Toby, fictional character, Bob Kane, Chris Moyles, George Reeves, Joe Pasquale. And Kurt says, is it Peter Falk? Well, let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, it's Peter Falk. I think not a record, because obviously Leslie Nielsen is going to be the record. But who, Freddie Dingo? Who is Peter Falk, really? You come in here with your lack of knowledge of Columbo. Last of the series, so Columbo makes sense. One more thing, though. We've got some clues. We've got some clues. These were the clues. 1981, any guesses? Oh, is he Columbo? He is Columbo, yeah. 1981. I've forgotten what these are. Can I have a house point for no, you can't, Matty. It's reliant on the F word, so it's liable to cause widespread offence. That's not Columbo. It is Columbo, on the left there. Look, hang on, I'll do it again. There. Jack, why is the black and white filter applied to the image? Now, Orange Spark, back in the day, we did not all images were reproduced in colour. This was, of course. Oh, hang on, I'll get the clues up because I can't remember myself. Clue textures. Right. It is not. Oh, these clues are great. Such a shame M. Curtains is too good at this. Too good at just looking at a nipple and thinking, that's Peter Falk. 1981 Jaws. Jaws was 1975. So it's not going to be that. Princess Bride. It's not Princess Bride. This is exactly like when somebody deals too early on Deal or No Deal. Does that happen? I've never managed to watch it. Not enough blue. 1981 Metropolis. It's not. It's one of the clues Columbo. No. I was looking at the other guy, Peter Falk. Yeah, it's the chap on the left. Who's the chap on the right, though? I thought it was a topological map of Mars. Yeah, we get a lot of astronomy guesses, which is odd because you feel like you call the quiz "Guess the Male Nipple." It's a sort of a big clue. It's a big clue. 1991, I asked George Tucker if he got his name because he always knew his lines. He didn't get it, but once I explained my excellent joke to him, he did that laugh. Oh, splendid! Take one. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Doesn't that guy on the right look like David Braben? It's not David Braben. Ed Helms. M. Curtin's going with David Braben there as well. I don't see it myself. Jerry Lewis on the right. It's not Jerry Lewis. It's the Great Muppet Caper. Yes, Cypress Circuit Head. Identifying clue number 1. It is indeed the Great Muppet Caper. I'm not evil. I'm not an evil man. But earlier on Blue Sky, I posted an image which was purportedly, according to the caption, was a photograph of Jim Henson on the set of Sesame Street. But it was actually the wrestler turned actor Pat Roach posing with, what's his name? The chap, the Gestapo officer from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And Pat Roach has got his top off. Which is my favourite character from Fiddler on the Roof. Really? That doesn't even make sense. I'm not an evil man. Thank you. Yeah, and I was sowing a seed there because I wasn't expecting it to go at the nipple stage. It doesn't happen generally. I was hoping that some of you would think it was Jim Henson, but that didn't happen. Clue number 2. 1992. I think Cybers or Christopher will get this one. I think those are the two most likely people to get it right. Tommy Turner still guessing the nipple. Yeah, Peter Falk was in Trainspotting. He played the baby that crawls across the ceiling, M. Curtains. Famously. Pat Roach was in Or Wie das ein Pet. He was in Or Wie das ein Pet and Raiders of the Lost Ark. I don't know, Aladdin? It's not Aladdin. I'll give you a little sub-clue, Christopher. He plays himself. I finally understand the clues and you're having a go at me. You didn't see any clues. Pat Roach said, I know. It was the most wrong caption I've seen for a very long time. Also, Jim Henson wouldn't be on the set of Sesame Street with his top off, would he? I know it, but I had to look it up. I forgot it was in this movie. Oh, he's teasing it out. We didn't see any clothes either. No Time to Die. It's not No Time to Die. You can say it, Cyprus. It's fine. You're doing wrong engagement again for clicks. Shame. I did, but not for that. My wrong engagement today was my favourite bit in Jaws, open brackets, 1975, close brackets, was when Michael Caine dances. It was The Player. Yes, indeed. It was The Player, 1992. Robert Altman. What happened to Robert Altman? I mean, I know he died, but since he died, no love. No love for Robert Altman since he died. 1976. Turn the bush is the correct response, Scroll. In fact, just to be uncruel, yeah, we got two. Is that Murder by Death? Yeah, Murder by Death is the second of those. And I thought, that yellow, a little Columbo-esque, that yellow, I thought, maybe that might nudge somebody in the right direction by this stage. I do think about what you think. I know it sometimes doesn't seem like that. It's not. Now, 1976, the other 1976 is one of my favourite films. I want to watch it again, actually. We've got it on, I think, is it Criterion? I think we've got a Criterion copy of it. Fabulous film. And it stars not only Peter Falk, but also the chap there to his right, his far right, who is sort of lifting his T-shirt up to show his belly. That chap. He's in it as well. They're both lead actors in it. I'd watched Murder by Death again. Yeah, I've not seen it for a very long time. Pat Roach was in the trifecta of Auf Wiedersehen, Pet, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Hazel. To his right. Oh, no, his left. Our right. Quite right, MC. He is, Port. No, I suppose he's starboard, isn't he? I don't know. You've got to imply an orientation of the image then. I've only ever seen it on TV. Murder by Death. Yeah. Is that lovely? What I didn't realise till I was researching this. Yeah, research. I call it research. Was that it's a Neil Simon screenplay. Molly Sugden was also in that trifecta as well as one other. Who? Molly Sugden was not in Raiders of the Lost Ark, surely. I'm sorry, but Philip Paxman, the film Faxman, has made me very wary of people's favourite films. That's understandable. Okay, 1976. The other 1976, the unguessed 1976, is the film Mikey and Nicky. Mikey and Nicky. I don't know why I'm stumbling on that. Well, I do. It's because I'm looking at a poster for Mikey and Nicky. But the way that the poster's made, it's sort of made the N look a bit like an M. And it was confusing. In Nicky. So there we are. And the final clue. Held the message for reasons. Was she talking about her? Yeah, I think we can allow that. Not to be confused with Nicky's Mickey. Quite right. There we go. And our last film, 1987. We've already had it. Somebody said it earlier. RoboCop. It was indeed RoboCop. Another film in which Peter Falk plays himself. No, it's Princess Bride. Yes, well done, Cyrus. And Plankton. So, yes, this is indeed, though, the season finale of Guess the Male Nipple. It's taken us a whole season and the pre-season episodes before we moved into the studio for N. Curtains to understand how the clues work. And frankly, not convinced he does understand how the clues work. Is there a backstory as to why they are comparing belly buttons, Jack? Oh, right, okay. So, yeah, let's get that up. Hang on. So, Peter Falk was part of the Entourage, the other one, Ensemble of John Cassavetes. And John Cassavetes directed a film called Husbands, featuring also Ben Gazzara. And this is I forget, because of how Cassavetes made his films, he made these very sprawling kind of actors films, as it were. And Husbands is one of them. And he's quite a divisive director, Cassavetes. Not for the usual kind of edgelord sort of ways, but as to whether the films are essentially good or not. Well hung that thought. Probably. I wouldn't know. But as I say, this is the last of the current series. We haven't quite decided what we're doing. We might just start season 2 next week. We might give it a rest so that we can allow YouTube to catch up with us. And I can gather some nipples together in the meantime. But, we usually fill about half an hour a stream with this. So I'm loath to stop doing it. Where were we? Oh, yes. However, I thought it would be rather fun if we just took a minute out at the end of the show. Oh, no. Well, before we do that, let's go over to... can we give... oh, no, I do that, don't I? Forgetting how my own show works. Let's give M. Curtains that point on the scoreboard. Well done. And, I thought it'd be quite a good idea if we just took a moment out to remember some of the nipples that we enjoyed guessing at this season. So a little minute, just remembering those nipples. Blimey. So there we are. What a lovely trip down memory lane that was. We will, of course, be back next season. We don't know if that's going to be next week, or we'll let you know. We'll let you know once we've reached a decision. Yes, that wraps it up. That wraps it up very much for another... What am I doing? Oh, yes. For another episode, certainly, and indeed a season. But don't worry, we will return with more nipples to guess at some point in the future. Until then, I forgot, what's my sign off here? I've been so thrown by the success tonight from M. Curtains that I forgot me sign off. Stay perky. That's it. Stay perky. And happy nippling. Yeah, you can turn the lights off now. I don't care anymore.